Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome back to another totally ordinary gameplay.
Hello, everyone. We are here to play Hollow Knight.
I never actually finished this game.
As you can see, it is only slightly ordinary because I have decided I wanted to play with this cute cat skin. Look at it, it's adorable.
Oh my
Look
god.
at this. Oh, it's
Aw.
so cute.
Aw.
Why does it
that's-
make me think of
shit is-
Oni? What was that dog? What was the dog one? Oni
You are
something.
going to have to
Amaterasu?
specify.
The painting dog one. I'm gonna shrink it down.
Okami?
Okami?
That one was on. I knew it started with an O.
Anyway, as is the standard for this game, we are starting here in King's Pass.
Because we are royalty.
And I
That's-
just got nothing from this random spot on the ground. That is what is usually there.
True.
Oh, okay. It's weird that we pointed. They point that out. I forgot.
Oh,
like,
is this-
last
And this
time-
lore has given me Sharp Shadow. That's nice. And an anti-gravity amulet. That'll be helpful.
Sorry,
should-
hang on.
Yeah. What's up?
What?
I'm fairly certain that is not in the base game.
What?
Well, I
No,
don't-
it's totally in the
What,
base
Sharp
game.
Shadow? Yeah, that's in the base game. You just have to go to a certain spot to unlock
the
it.
anti-gravity, I mean. Are those fish?
I'm trying to
It's
Yeah,
been a
that's the
while.
currency for this skin.
Your pockets have got to smell.
Don't
You know,
smell their
I had-
pockets. That's weird.
You know, speaking of fish smelling, I ended up getting quite a bit of fish lately, and I forgot about them a little bit. So yeah, I had to throw them out recently.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Just had to fish
that's a
that
wolf.
Up, didn't you?
Speedrun wolf. Well, yeah. Okami is a wolf. All canines are
Ah,
dogs.
Okami
here's
is
here's
good
some nice lore
dog.
for us. Thank you for the lore.
Yeah, I don't quite remember last time this game was played, so this looks completely legitimate to me.
Yeah. This is the most legitimate copy of Hollow Knight that I've ever seen.
Oh, there was
Yeah,
a
we
grub
just got
inside
two
the
grubs from
chest.
King's Pass.
Yeah,
Huh.
you always do that.
I am like a quarter of the way through this game at best. I couldn't tell you what's messed up and what isn't.
There's nothing
Exactly,
messed up
so
about this. Aside from the skin.
course.
I mean, it's a cat, not a bug.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just a
hold
very
on,
cute
I
cat
would-
skin.
I would hardly call that a messed up skin. That is adorable. How dare you?
Adorableness is the most messed up thing possible.
You know,
Yeah, Hollow Knight's not adorable. I mean, it
What
is.
what are these-
Celebrating
It is
Silk
very
Song's
adorable.
announcement? Maybe.
oh yeah, that is
Yeah, you
true.
could
They
say
finally
that.
did it.
Technically, I decided to do this before Silk Song was re-announced, but
Just
Lovely
as
coincidence.
unceremoniously as possible, mind you. Like,
yeah, it's
it was just in the reel. There's like, oh, by the way, Silk Song.
2025, but we'll see.
yeah, didn't they actually say like 2020, 2019 or something when it first got announced?
Yeah,
but that was
wasn't
too
done
early in
enough.
development.
That was also not in an official, like, live thing.
Okay, I may as well equip that shiny charm we got, as well as this.
I have listened to
Let's see
this.
what we've got here.
I have listened to this
Nothing.
music on repeat in the background for so many things so often. I really just need to buy the soundtrack to this game.
Yeah.
I could give you some of the MP3s I bought.
Bapanada.
I'm probably just gonna buy the whole thing eventually. It is on Steam, right?
I'll double check, but I'm
Get a
pretty
map
sure you're
from
right.
the map shop, as you do. It is also on Steam, yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. I'll probably just buy the soundtrack from them, yeah.
All right, let's see what we got in Crossroads.
Soundtrack is amazing. Do you think I should pick one of the musics for this to just be able to play on my soundboard?
The tick tick says trans rights.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Oh, yeah, the coloring, yeah. Sorry, I had my Steam window open checking the price of the soundtrack.
Say, trans rights, lefts,
Okay.
ups, and downs. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh
this,
god, I have to get 15 grubs for Lumafly Lantern.
oh, he's throwing stars at you. Oh, interesting.
Whee!
Trans rights? Trans rights.
Hell yeah.
I need to move myself over a little more. Just realized Niv gets notifications about people starting games.
That is very impolite of them. How dare they start games while I'm playing a game on stream?
Oh yeah, let me just.
That way I can
Oh, no,
hide
fix
myself from starting up a game myself.
Sorry, Corny, I don't need a lecture on I don't need a soul refill, thanks.
And the good
I'll
news
just take
is
that mask shot,
the-
thank you.
desktop audio doesn't need to be recorded on my end.
This is naughty.
I don't actually have anything we can use that charm with right now. Maybe later.
So is that
So
Sakura
with that
petals?
charm,
That's
the bear will be able to summon more companions, and we don't have companions yet.
Aw. Whoa, that was high up.
Happy Ice Day. Yes, Sal. Happy Ice Day.
Oh yeah.
I
it's
guess
Ace Day,
Niv.
right?
Yeah, it's the Ace
Yes.
Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the one day of the year that I'm actually visible to the naked eye. Usually
Ah.
I have to like present myself via a flesh void, but today I am just void.
It is now we can gaze upon the void. It is visible to us now.
What?
Gate, can you get
Something,
closer to
something.
your mic?
Yeah.
Is this good?
That's
A little too good.
little too good,
Maybe
yeah.
a little bit further away.
Okay, I need to. Okay, I'm gonna move the stream to my other screen so I'm actually facing toward my mic.
Yeah, that
I
would help.
intentionally reoriented my monitors when I redid my computer setup to make sure that was going on because I had the same problem.
Yeah, I
have
intentionally put the game on the monitor that my mic is in front of, so you guys could hear me properly.
Yee. Meanwhile, I'm over here having to watch the OBS version, so I just see us talking, overlapping the screen, because the screen I'm viewing it on is still 90 degrees. Otherwise, you'd be
Why is
hearing
it
me
that
like
hot,
this.
Sean? Don't heat your monitor to 90 degrees. That's way too hot.
It's Florida. It's very much the norm around here.
Pine cola das. What is that?
Pine coladas? What are you talking about?
Pine cola das.
Pina coladas?
What?
Well,
Do you
I don't
like
like pina
pina
coladas, but I
coladas?
don't get. But I do like getting caught in the rain sometimes.
Well, you also like being hit by those giant worms, too. That was like 3 times.
Yeah, I better go back to the bench.
Might help.
Yeah, sadly, I have yet to unlock focus, so I can't actually heal.
Fair enough. That was a weird bench.
Yeah, it was a pretty weird bench. But I guess as long as you can sit in it, it's a bench.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, a bed is a bench.
True.
A train is a bench.
Oh, that's pretty cool that you get, like, Legend of Zelda-style attacks. Oh, you
Yeah, it's
teleported.
thanks to Grubberfly's elegy.
Why does it feel like you can jump higher than I remember?
Because they can.
The
Because it's
anti-gravity
the
thing.
anti-gravity amulet.
Oh, right. I never got the anti-gravity amulet before. I must have been
For whatever
skill issue.
reason, I had forgotten that was.
They put the howling race there because you scream when you pick it up.
Gotcha. Why would Why would someone's mom be a bench? Who sits on moms?
I will sit on your mom. You can't stop me.
Do you want the answer to that question?
I suppose
No.
technically her children.
He just told
Okay,
me. Ding,
I
ding.
literally only have the dirt mouth stag. Okay. Oh wait, I don't even have the. Do I have the dirt mouth stag? Can I leave? I can't leave. I don't have the dirt mouth stag. It just. Okay. Okay, I have to cheat a little bit. It's fine. Don't look at me.
It's totally normal. It's
You
totally
ever
normal.
soft lock yourself? There's nothing. Sal is displeased at my mom sitting.
Gotta get all the geo.
I'm too used to being in a later state of this game. I keep hitting the dash button.
Oh yeah, and you don't get the dash that like late in either. Like it's a very early thing you get. Is this
I mean-
randomizer?
No, it's fine.
No, it's completely, totally
is-
an ordinary.
This is a completely and totally ordinary version of the game. I have to go to Green Path if I want to get dash, and I'm not going to Green Path yet.
Whoa! Everything just blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Howling Wraith spell.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the tram pass, so I can't go in there, but I can go over here and pick up this little thing. Fury of the Fallen for 2 charm notches.
Okay, I thought you could go in
Oh.
still. You just can't maneuver.
No, you
Nope.
need the pass.
Sal is at a void of silence. That shouldn't be there. What shouldn't be where?
That shouldn't be there.
It totally should be there. I don't know what you're talking about, Sal.
This is completely legitimate.
Don't know what else to say. It's
Run the
there.
holiday.
Like
Bro's mother dies very easily if you can just shout at her.
Oh,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
sit on that mom.
why is it wriggling?
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
Well, that's why.
Somehow I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yep. Someone's
All
crying.
right, let's see what charms Salubra has. Let's see. She's got the Dirt Mouth Stag charm. That's very helpful.
Oh, very much
Now
so.
I can
yep.
actually go to Dirt Mouth.
I love how you can just buy Geo.
Yeah, we're having a fire sale today. The Geo charm gives us some more Geo, and the Geo charm gives us some more Geo. And I can't buy these because I don't own enough charms to buy them. Except for this lore. I can just buy that lore.
Buy
and it
some
won't
lore?
do anything because I was in the menu. You know what? I may as well equip Fury of the Fallen.
What's Fury of the Fallen?
I can't heal. It might be helpful. Fury of the Fallen gives me more damage when I'm at 1 health.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Bug. Please wake up. Thank you. Bye.
He was high.
High off his ass.
Yeah, that's why he sounded like that. He's like, ah.
Bro was hyped up on the dream juice.
dream
Having
juice
some of that,
distance?
having some of that sweet sugar, if you will. I don't like every time I talk today. Everyone seems to go really quiet.
What are you talking about?
Like, you stop being lewd and then maybe we'll stop.
It wasn't just you guys.
What? Tell you what, I will be exceedingly louder every time you talk. Does that sound okay?
No.
Don't
Just as
worry,
long as you,
I will
like-
respond with uproarious volume
Oh no.
Just as long as you
Yes!
don't break, like, the audio of the stream.
It should be fine. It's only going to be after Nace talks.
Ah, okay. Is there any way to turn the volume down?
I don't know. Perhaps there is a secret way, but I'm unsure.
All right.
I noticed Sean has stopped talking.
Sean's just like, I'm not risking it. I refuse to mess with the audio balance any further.
The fear.
How come only those grub enemies got a color palette swap?
It's there is a very specific mod that lets you just make the tick-ticks trans.
Oh, okay. So that is a separate mod entirely. It has nothing to do with
What? That's just base game. It's completely
This- this-
ordinary.
this otherwise.
Bitch! Your ass!
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the skin I'm using. That's just a separate skin you can put on.
Okay. What is the strangest, like, skin pack you've seen for this game?
I don't know if I would, no wait. I've seen Among Us skins for this thing.
Of course.
As well
Yeah, but
as
what's the
Narrow Arc
strangest?
of all things. Neko Arc,
Narrow-
rather.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like, as a
That is
playable
not the
character,
Stag
or?
Station. Yes, as the main
Presumably.
character.
Yeah, I can see somebody doing that.
What's that glowy thing?
That's the bell. Don't touch it until we have another destination. That's how,
Next you get soft lock.
I mean, technically, I can actually go to Dirtmouth now. I can go to Dirtmouth and then just walk back here.
you could just sidestep that? Alright. Then again, I'm always the kind of person that will always overcorrect my movements.
Same.
I sometimes panic roll in Elden Ring.
Uh-oh. Oh, what's going on?
You know, I get you there. That's the rage.
Yeah, this is Fury of the Fallen. That is why I am glowing red.
Oh, you got hit on purpose. Well, that took way too much longer than I expected that guy to go down.
Yeah, the swipes from Grubberfly's Elegy do a little less damage than your normal nail.
Ah, okay.
Yes, that way you don't just have a free projectile.
So, Niv.
Anyway, as for what this is lore. We don't need
Oh.
lore, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
So-
since I can actually go to Dirtmouth now.
So, Niv, what mods do you recommend for Hollow Knight?
There's a few quality of life ones that I do recommend, as well as a map that like lets you know where all the item checks are.
Okay.
Because, you know, there are a lot of them. Oh, he's got dive, hell yeah. As well as the resting grounds map, thank you.
Your Geo going down like life points in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh wait, why am I going into the station? I need to walk back.
Yeah, okay, yeah, great question. No.
I can walk this way. Get the grub
So-
boats over here while I'm at it.
How have all your weeks been?
Been pretty good. I had a guild meeting yesterday that lasted like 4 hours, so that was fun.
Guild meeting?
Yeah.
Like a Niv part of a guild?
Yeah,
Like
have
an
I
art
not
guild?
mentioned this before?
If you did, I don't recall it.
Yes, I am part of a comic arts guild. What's it, Stel?
So you guys were just discussing the intricacies of the next comics?
No, we finished the art for an anthology, so we were celebrating having that done. We just gotta put it together now.
Ooh.
Sally, hang on a sec. I need to take care of that.
Okay.
Very
Sarah
well.
wants to eat the cat knight. Yeah, maybe.
I'm curious about this guild she's in. Does this mean they give out quests and rewards? Does Niv have to go out and defeat a comic art goblin in order to get some coins to exchange for art supplies? I simply must know.
I don't know about goblin per se, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do. One of the things that, my week has largely been taken up with home repair.
Ah,
It's that time of year.
yes,
Yeah.
must fortify in order to protect from goblins.
Yeah,
And spring cleaning, so.
Yeah.
yeah. Spring cleaning all the water out of my basement again.
Oh.
Yeah, that is still happening.
Something we have over here. It used to flood a little bit in my basement as well, but we got this very long underground tube that goes out into the field that I unclogged.
I look forward to the day where you no longer have to deal with your basement flooding, Sky.
Same.
I'm working on it. I've been trying to find new places. It's been a slow process, but it is in the works. I almost had a decent little cheap apartment I could have looked at, but they don't have any non-smoking buildings available.
Oh. And you don't want Renan getting addicted to the cigarette smoke.
That, and it's just bad for my breathing. I already have bad breathing. I
Yeah.
don't need more.
I don't think we need to make Sky suffer through more lung torture.
Goodness.
But yeah, I'm looking around at places. We'll see how it all goes.
With any luck, well,
Yeah, we'll see how it all handles.
Yeah. Wow, that test of mine took a while to actually load. Jeez.
hopefully it wasn't an internet test.
Not exactly. I saw in my OBS the multi-chat feature that I have running. I saw that there was a little send a message bar. So I sent a message. And it was both to Twitch and YouTube. And I waited to see when it would show up. It took a while.
And it just did.
Yeah. Yeah. So I found out this week that I've been playing a lot of Repo. A lot of Repo.
You just found out?
Yeah.
How is this news to you?
Okay.
I think it's more than just finally sank in.
Yeah, it's like 36 or 38 hours of Repo or something like that.
For a game that's been out for like a week, yeah.
I don't know if it's only been out a week.
Maybe 2 weeks, but yeah.
Yeah, very, very,
Very short time.
Zach, yes, you're animated now, capitalization? In what way?
Hey, Zach! Well, we are having our mouths move every time we talk, and that's about it. So yes, we're animated.
We're slightly animated. We
We
wiggle
are
a little
ever
bit.
so slightly animated.
One thing I would love to get...
Oh, that's right. You can chuck those at people.
Yeah. I would love to get a VTuber model. I think that would be pretty
That'd be pretty
swell.
interesting.
They're so expensive.
It's all like the hand tracking
Oh,
and the
I
eye
know.
tracking.
Do I have to go down there?
Have to?
That's
No.
I don't know.
Fine.
90s VeggieTale mouth animation. Now hold on a second. VeggieTales has much better mouth animation. How dare you?
It's more like anime animation.
How did that little body control that giant armor?
Very
The same.
carefully, I assume.
I'm about to say probably the same way that Gundams are controlled by humans.
With levers and buttons and an actual control panel and computerized mechanics?
Yeah, like Big O.
Yeah, the technology of the kingdom is so far advanced that even little maggots like that can control a big suit of armor.
Fascinating.
Very.
Unfortunately, the whole thing went to heck. I'm sure there's a lore reason why, but I haven't exactly watched any lore videos on the subject.
I think I was going to at some point and haven't done it yet. I know there's some comprehensive Hollow Knight lore videos out there.
Yeah, I think Mossbag is the main one who does those.
That's the one I'm familiar with, yeah.
You guys have a slight echo, which is actually fitting because you guys are in an ambient cave in the game, and it makes it more atmospheric.
Oh. Are we echoing?
Do we have an echo?
I don't hear an echo. Might just be Gate.
Or do you,
Let me.
or do you just have the stream open in two places somehow?
No, I'm talking about like what Zach said.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah, I do kind of hear the echo on Gate's end.
Oh,
It's
Gate's
more of an
kinda
echo in
talking
the
like
way that,
this.
like... Yeah, like that.
Huh.
yeah, he's not like a fist away from his microphone.
okay. Sorry, I'll go a little bit closer. I like leaning back in my chair. It makes me feel comfy and fanciful.
We need to strap that thing to your neck or something.
No,
I mean,
my chair or the mic?
the mic.
Yes, both of them simultaneously.
Nah.
Yeah, you know, see,
We're
the
gonna
microphone.
go all the way up to Canada just to strap it to your face.
Yeah, we're gonna glue the microphone to the back of the chair, and it's gonna hang around your neck.
You're right. I
Please,
am not
please help.
a rabbit
My friends
earwig.
are coming up from America to tie me down and strap me up.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds right.
No.
I don't know if I need the essence. I don't know if I have to come back here later. It's fine.
I am not going to finish that train of thought.
Choo choo.
Very well.
I remember these. I remember. Right. I remember those things giving me such a pain when I first dealt with them.
Yeah, you need a spell to get them. Usually Fireball, but Dive works in a pinch. Alternatively, I suppose I could have Grubberfly elegied them from like 10 miles away, but...
That would
Yeah,
take
they're
a
dealt
while.
with.
Speaking of, oh, you have played it previously. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna ask if Niv played Momodora previously, and just noticed, yes, you have. With Steam.
What's Momodora?
Yeah, I haven't played much of it. I might pick it up again sometime.
Oh, there's a new one.
What's Momodora?
There's a new one.
Okay, cool.
It's a castle. It's like it's like the
It's a
you know, thing.
Metroidvania.
There we go. My brain.
Oh, okay.
There's a new one.
Easter egg guy has a very expressive voice. Aw, thank you. I try to keep my ranges very varying.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I
And
try
welcome.
and keep my voice pretty emotional, but it tends to come off as flat.
You're
And welcome to
concentrating
the
to it.
yeah. And welcome to one of the prettiest parts of the game.
Yeah, this is Green Path. Green Path
Yeah.
is very nice.
Also, one of my favorite tracks in the game.
Oh, Mr. Goatman himself, Gate. Gate has the expressive voice.
What?
You are
They have
Easter
mistaken
Rabbit.
me for a rabbited creature.
The only expressive voice.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Master Shard.
you
got
have
a
more
full mask
health.
now.
I do love the noises all the enemies make.
Thought you were dressed as an Easter rabbit since it's April. Lol. My God. You know, maybe that's something we could do as like a a bit of an avatar swap. We like change which animal represents us. Like, I end up with a rabbit. Sky ends up with a goat. Nace ends up with a bat. Oh wait, no.
I am Batman.
Niv.
I could follow Hornet, but I'm just gonna go around. Speedrunners actually just follow Hornet like that by just fireball stalling. Which is a weird thing you do where you like turn around and then fireball and it pushes you back just enough that you can actually get over to that platform.
The fact that you just know where to drop from there.
Niv's played this game religiously.
Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. It's gonna look like my little guy's talking, but he's not, because that's what I put my mute image as. BRB.
Because of course you did.
Why am I not surprised by this?
I don't know. Tell the Ninjago ride ain't gonna operate itself. Breaks over, but great.
Alright,
Way to spend the
Isaac,
break.
stop being on the stream at your damn job!
Oh, is that the map maker down there? There you are.
Here he is.
What's he gonna
He has
give
some
you?
essence for me, I may as well. He's just
You're
been
on your
collecting
break.
dream
That's
essence
fair.
while
That's
making
fair.
his maps.
Oh, was? Well, I hope you have a good one. Thank you for joining. Whee! Oh. Oh, you just flattened him like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You can just flatten enemies. There is, in fact, crushing in this game. There aren't many opportunities for you to get crushed, but
Oh, yay, the hunt log.
excuse you.
Spura
Thank you for the Hunter's Journal.
I love how this thing just looks at you and goes, "You look particularly bloodthirsty. You want to go kill things?"
He's
And
just
he was
like,
just-
you didn't run away when I shouted at you. Would you like to become like my apprentice or something?
Would you like to become my murderer apprentice?
I mean, hilariously, he has a point, because the first time I encountered him, I was like, oh, this is some kind of enemy. I'd better go back and prepare. And then when I came back, he's like, you didn't hesitate to approach. I'm like, sure, we'll go with that.
I don't remember what I did when I encountered him.
I have it on recording as to what I did, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, Niv doesn't have
Bye,
dash.
Hornet, bye, Hornet. Let's not approach the explodey boy when he's about to explode. I will take 8 Geo, thank you.
Delicious Geo. He did what Niv did, ran away and prepared to fight. That's fair. That's a normal response against that guy. It's like, boy, here we go again, another boss fight. You defeated the balloons, Niv. Congratulations.
Technically, I defeated the thing shooting them.
No. Well, the
too
thing
dark to
shooting
go
them is
there
making the
just
balloon
yet.
noise, though. When you defeat it, it deflates like a balloon. It goes.
I suppose that is technically accurate.
Little kitty just hopping through the forest.
Scooping up the field grubs and bopping them on the head. No one's gonna finish it? Alright.
I don't know what the rest of it is
I
after
forget
that.
the rest of the song. Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
I know, like the bopping them on the head part, and then my knowledge just ends.
Yeah,
I keep trying to check a map that I don't have.
good job.
Oh, mood.
So wait, what is the rest of that song? Because that's I thought that was the actual end of the song.
Oh no, there's so much more. It's a lot longer than you think.
Huh.
It's a lot of the same thing over and over and over again, but there's a thing about a fairy coming down and warning the bunny to stop being mean to everything, or he gets like turned into something awful, and he gets the warning like 4 times, and he just doesn't listen, so it happens.
Isn't that the case with all
Oh.
of this stuff?
Yeah.
Hi, Mossy.
This is Bush Bro.
I keep forgetting it can jump like that. It is so funny you could just do that.
You have to
God.
give Mossy his pets.
Whoa, did this just glitch
Yeah, it
out
was
from
new.
anybody else?
Yeah, that was all Niv dying.
Ah.
Welcome back, Niv.
Let me know when you're good again.
Good again.
We're good.
I think it happens whenever there's like big particle effects or whatever going on.
Probably.
Yeah, the stream just doesn't... I don't know why that would change how the stream renders, but...
It's more the amount of information that the computer is processing and then sending out over the internet.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Now, I'm sure if Niv had like a 2-computer setup where the one on Discord is
Well,
the one that she's on or they're on Discord is ending up displaying the recording of the second computer's monitor or something like that.
I don't know if that would do it, because the whole issue is how, like, fractal Niv's connection is. But we can troubleshoot that. We're not live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niv needs
Unless
like an
chat
Ethernet
wants
cable.
troubleshooting ASMR.
Hey Niv, has the idea of having like an Ethernet cable going all the way from wherever you're having the internet in and going to your
A
computer ever been
completely
brought up?
separate house, last I checked. But yeah, we'll...
This unit was not built with that in mind. I have brought it up and it was passed away in the past, off in the past. I could bring it up again, but like, as long as it's functional, it's not hurting anyone.
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
Let's
no, it's
see.
like... Yeah, it's like, I guess the network, like, because the network hub isn't like a separate... I don't know. I'm not going to go into detail just because, again, we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Hornet. Bye,
You've
Hornet.
seen Hornet 3 separate times. 4.
4.
Yeah, she's meant to guide you through this area to be like, hey, come this way.
And then be like, I don't recognize a bug like you. I'ma fight you. We gotta go
No, she just
someplace
tells
empty.
you to stop stalking her.
Oh, yeah, that's
Then
fair.
why did she wait for you?
By the way, do you know one of my favorite Hollow Knight theories?
Huh.
Sure.
Hornet is red-green colorblind and doesn't realize that her cloak is that red.
Ah.
Is it
She's
sort
like,
of
how
like...
do they keep finding me in green path? And in like her perspective, it's all like the same color, and then
Is it-
Ghost is just like, that's red, bitch.
Is it sort of like how tiger camouflage works? Because most of the animals that a tiger eats can't actually see the color orange, so it actually does blend into the background of the trees.
Yeah, that's the theory of it.
Interesting theory. My theory is that she just wants to be like a superhero, and that's like their cape.
I mean, that doesn't Both can be true.
That'll be
mean-
helpful for later. This won't be helpful for
What
later.
what
but I'm gonna
hero
mark it
that has a
anyway.
cape that wears the cape for camouflage?
Batman.
Batman?
Does he wear it for camouflage?
Somewhat.
I thought he wore it for like bulletproofness and gliding.
That depends on the Batman.
That's true. That's fair.
I find most things depend on the Batman.
Very much so.
Oh, fun fact. What was it? There is apparently a upcoming Batman-focused tabletop RPG where you are playing as like the normal people of Gotham City,
Oh, like that
doing
one
all the
TV
stuff that
series.
Batman is too busy to deal with. What was it called? Gotham?
No. Well, Gotham is a... No, it wasn't Gotham that I'm thinking of. Gotham is kind of more centralized, focused on the detective and criminal aspect rather than the superhero aspect of things. So, like, Jim Gordon is, like, the main character of the movie Goth, or the TV series
Okay, I
Gotham.
need either dash, claw, or wings to get over there. In the meantime, I'm gonna rescue this grub.
Oh, man, what was that? Gotham Citizen TV series. What was that called? Don't you save him? Don't you save who?
Oh, Sal doesn't want me to save Zote.
Oh,
Well, that's the Niv now, isn't it?
It sure is.
welcome back, Kate.
Hello, glad to be back.
I mean, I know we have Sal's vote, but what do you guys think? Do we save this bastard?
What happens if not save, bastard?
He dies.
He can just die.
That seems pretty sad for this person I've never seen before.
The
He seems pretty
glorious.
crunchy as well.
You would deny the honor of Zote the Mighty?
Just save him.
Still rather see Moss Prophet? Ooh.
I mean, we can still see Moss Prophet.
You gonna come down here and fight me? Or are you just gonna summon your minions?
And spit at me. There you go.
I was gonna say, does it have to? I know it does the glide thing.
Of course. I can't believe I died trying to save Zote. Alright, let's go get my shade.
All right.
Oh. Just some random junk. Before I go save him, I'm gonna grab a closer bench.
Oh, this was it. Powerless. Have you guys heard of that series?
No, I have not.
I'm familiar with a very different series by that name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Powerless was effectively a series of a TV series on, I think it was NBC, where a bunch of citizens in a DC universe that are working at Bruce Wayne's, or the Wayne Enterprises, R&D department. They're just standard citizens living in the DC universe, and they hear a lot about like the superhero exploits and the villain exploits that happen around them, but ultimately it's a comedy, a sitcom-esque kind of thing centered around the corporation or the office life.
Okay.
So, sounds like it's not at all... How did you get caught again in the 5 seconds that I was away?
Don't worry about it. It's all part of the plan.
'Tis the plan
There.
to... Wow, 3 hits.
That's what happens when you use the big scream bomb.
Okay, you
point.
bastard. Now get on your feet. Okay, bye. Just because I saved him doesn't mean I have to listen to him.
Fair enough.
True. Zote is, if nothing else, a big blowhard.
Well, you doing okay over there, Niv?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just leaving.
Niv was doing it on purpose
no
to gain
interesting
the
items.
fury ability.
Would have been embarrassing if I lost it just then.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Sorry.
You are pardoned for your crimes.
Wait, why didn't you heal?
Hi,
Hold up.
Hornet. Well, what would be the point of getting the Fury of the Fallen if I don't use it?
That's a good point.
And then
That'd
I
be
die
why.
anyway.
You used it very
There's
well,
a
Niv.
reason.
Honestly, I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm sure you could, Niv.
Kabara!
By the way, if there's a moment that you all would want clipped, just call clip it. Clip it.
Oh, okay.
Will do. I do not wish to be hit by spinny lasers. Or thread, I suppose.
Oh, wow.
Hey, bye, Hornet. Okay, so we get Dash. There's Dash. As you can see, Dash is telling us to go to the Crystal Peaks, so we'll have to head over that way in a bit.
It's telling you how to dash. And it's apparently R2.
Yeah.
So in this modded skin, what is the nail replaced by? Is it like a little carrot or what is that? Fishing rod?
I think that might be just a leak.
Oh yeah, it's like a little stick.
Oh, Coral's here. Hi there.
Me no biz.
Hi there.
Minobis, how you do?
Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend. Hello, Stel.
My long lost love across the sea.
There's
this
there's a lot of random stuff in this game that's like people have added as mods. I think one of my quote-unquote favorites is that there's a tracker for like all of the grass that you can cut in the game.
For what purpose?
Because the fans have gone crazy waiting for Silk Song.
You know what? You know what? I'm part of the Song of Ice and Fire fandom. I understand. every single completely nonsense, insane video on all the YouTube things, top comment is always, "This is what 15 years of no book does to people."
I can just go to the Queen's Station and the King's Station, see what's over there.
Hell yeah.
I probably shouldn't go to the King's Station, given,
No Unu?
it might be easier to show you, but, I can't swim right now, and it's filled with water, so not the
alright.
smartest idea. Probably not the best idea if I don't have dash.
Yeah.
Oh, Coral's here. How the hell did you get here before me, sir?
He is ninja.
That's what happens when you sequence break.
Thanks.
Oh, right. You're an NPC you can talk to.
Wait, what just happened? I didn't register that.
I just got some lore. Don't worry about it.
Ah, okay. Willow! Willow's your fave? I can see why. They're adorable.
Alright,
See how far I can get in wastes without the ability to dash.
Yeah, oh right, this is the area where I think my current playthrough is at.
The fungal.
But I think
Fungal.
or for whatever reason, I can't get too far. And I think it's because I don't have double jump. So I've got to go back around
that, or
and
you
figure
got
that out.
that, or you somehow got stuck on the Mantis Lords. Probably.
Mantis Lords?
Oh, you don't know of the Mantis Lords. Oh, boy.
Yeah, nope, not familiar.
Okay, so I don't need to really go and get that.
You know what? I would love to see Sky try to advance further in Hollow Knight.
Unfortunately, my my larger save file is currently on my Switch,
Yeah.
and I do not have a capture card or anything, so...
Well, if I get a Switch 2 at some point, we could do that chat feature.
Oh god, I have no idea if the chat feature will work over the Switch 1.
It probably won't. I don't think it has the
Switch
hardware.
1 does not have Discord.
Yeah, I don't think
Well-
it's. I don't think it has the hardware.
I know it's not going to be Discord per se that it's going to be, but yeah.
It definitely looks like it's inspired by Discord's architecture, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do. I mean, you could say that it's a Zoom structure as well, or a Skype
Yeah,
structure.
it's all that same general vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there's really no reason to not replicate the general like UI pattern that people are already familiar with. It makes using your setup easier. Oh, I hated this.
Heck.
Okay, that's one. Here we go.
I think my attempt at that took me quite a while.
Well, you probably also had less equipment than Nif does right now.
Oh, significantly.
These guys are easy to hate. Yeah, the mushroom brothers are pretty easy to hate.
Okay, I have to be very careful as I make my way over to my best friend in the whole wide world.
Yeah?
It's
That's
your
a
boy,
bench?
Leg Eater.
That's a bench?
That is a bench. Oh,
Oh.
Some pale
Oh.
ore, that'll be helpful for later. Quick slash is always nice. Crossroads stag will be helpful. He has a
True.
grub too. And I'll just take the free geo.
Beautiful. Yeah, your loadout's pretty good as it is.
Yeah. That is the thinking.
So I've been doing a lot of Gunfire Reborn.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've completed normal mode with everyone except the Lizard Boy currently. So I've unlocked all the little avatars for them.
Nice.
I'm at level
You will
114.
have to play that again sometime.
Yeah. Some point later. I'm surprised Niv jumped there.
I saw it happening and I'm like, I don't think there's a way for me to get out of this without being hit by that. I'm just going to take it and keep going.
Fair. Okay, that was cheap, game. That was cheap.
Anyway, speaking of Crossroads, now that we're back here,
Hell yeah. Look at all that geo.
that is a whole lot of geo.
Look at all this fish.
Oh no, wall jump.
Why did I come down here when I don't have claw?
Oh, so you soft lock yourself again.
No, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna put a little marker right here.
Marker for what?
I want to make that a short. Niv soft
Oh,
locks.
Are you also going to include the one where I went to Dirtmouth despite not having Dirtmouth?
I'm gonna have to search for that one because I wasn't thinking of it at the time. By the way, I am curious. On Twitch, do you guys have the capability of just taking any of the clips and uploading it to YouTube? To
I
the rabbit hat?
Have no idea.
And we could test
There
it.
she is.
Oh,
Does it have to be tested during stream, or can we do it afterward?
I mean, we
What are we
could
testing?
do it afterward, but we normally just kind of part ways afterwards, and then we don't see each other for a week.
Technically, we do chat
Yeah, we
in the
shoulda-
thing consistently.
I mean, we could also
Yeah.
like try and fix that. Do more regular hangouts outside of stream. Even
Yeah,
if it's just we all sit in the same call while working on other stuff.
True. I mean, I tend to hang out in the content creator server a lot more lately. I could resend a invite to Sky, because I know Gate and Niv are in that server, but not necessarily joining regularly, because Zesper people.
Yeah.
I do not recall if I'm here or not on my playthrough. So yeah, chat, this is about how far I have gotten in my much longer time than this.
Hi, Hornet. Bye, Hornet. Okay, thanks.
Run away!
I don't actually have the thing I need to follow her, so...
I presume because they explode, you can't bat those back, huh?
Yeah. Now, I'm
know-
probably going to die while doing this, but I'm going to try and get somewhere. That is what we call predicting the future.
That's a clip-worthy clip. I am kind of curious. Out of all the game genres, and I'm gonna say even including for Ark, because I have an answer for Ark. What genre do you think each of us is that's not yourself?
I'm sorry, could you repeat
Guy
that?
is roguelite / roguelike.
Yeah, like it's gaming genre specialty.
I would put Niv at Metroidvanias
Interesting.
or
'Cause
possibly Nintendo RPGs. Like specifically Nintendo RPGs.
Damn, I guess I gotta play Xenoblade on the stream.
Good point.
It'll only take us like 5 years, but I could play Xenoblade.
Hey, you know what? If that's what we want to do, I mean, we could do it. I know nothing
That
about
is
it.
the wrong direction.
That would be our Baldur's Gate playthrough all over again, but with one person.
Yep.
I still know nothing about
It's a
it.
very long game. It's the one that Shulk is from.
Okay, all right, fair. That is about the most I know of it, is Shulk's from it. And that's just because I played Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
Shulk
that's
from
why
Smash
that
Brothers?
was what I brought up.
No,
Because I figured
get
that was the only knowledge you would have.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I was thinking like Niv is puzzle games.
Ow.
Was the big thing, but yeah, I definitely see like platformer, Metroidvania kind of things.
Yeah. I can sort of see you, Sean, as like sort of open world adventure game.
Oh,
I mean,
fair. So,
I am not in the mood to deal with this when I have 2 health. Thank you very much.
fair.
Hello, Mantis Clan. Goodbye, Mantis Clan. It's nice to see you again. Okay, thanks.
But yeah, the reason why I went is open world survival games are not my jam per se. Whether I'm not particularly fond of them.
Okay, I made it.
Yay! But I can't. Okay, so when I say specialty genre, that is still a fair statement because, even though I might not entirely enjoy the genre personally, it doesn't mean I'm not like the good one at it in the group.
wow.
Okay, I can't actually go rescue Bretta yet. So
Then I'll
I
have to
am
do a
instead
think
going
then.
to go and do something that is potentially very stupid, assuming I can get there. With the way that things are currently.
All right.
My no movement tech ass.
I'm trying to think. So I would say, what would you guys say about Gate being fighting game / action game of the group?
I would label Gate more as random ass weird series that we've never heard of until now.
You say that, but then I show up with the obscure roguelikes.
Yeah, I was about to say, Sky comes up with the obscure ones. And also, Niv, you come up with some obscure ones too.
I would ask which ones, but then you'd tell me.
If it weren't for the fact, honestly, if it weren't for the fact I'm not 100% sure it's stream friendly, I would love to put you three through procession to cavalry.
The what now?
Thank you for the claw that is actually 300 geo. Okay. That's a vessel fragment. I just got a full vessel fragment.
So
Cool.
procession to cavalry is this weird Monty Python-esque visual novel. It's got the same energy as Rock of Ages.
Okay.
The only thing is that you're traveling through a bunch of classical art. The problem is a lot of classical art did feature nudity in it, and there is some of that in some of the art pieces in the game.
Oh,
So
fair.
that might not be, yeah. And it's like, and it's stuff like Venus de Mayo and things like that, but still.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. I need your help with something.
Nice.
You tried to bait that thing into here so you could use it as a platform?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes.
We'll see, I guess.
It looks like it doesn't want to go past
Hey,
that
would you
point.
mind helping as well?
It looks like they straight up won't go past that point.
And they were past it
There's
at
in
one
here
point.
Earlier.
I think it's because of where they're attacking.
Probably. Hang on, if I go in here, will that... There we go.
There you go. There you go. Gotta wait for it to attack. Okay.
Nah.
That one
Ah,
didn't
well.
work.
So we're getting mentions from the chat. Niv is 3D platformer. Gate is roguelite, which is interesting. Sky is RPGs, and I am pain simulators. What?
Interesting choices.
I guess games where, like, the whole point is you're suffering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
No,
What kind of... What?
Matches completely.
I mean, I guess a good chunk of the roguelikes I do play are also RPGs, but hey, you got it up there. What are you gonna do if you kill it before you... Yeah.
Speaking of...
Yeah. Maybe it's something this side I can... No, that's just the entrance of the village again. I need to try and get to that lever, but it's not working. I think I need a movement tech, which I do not have, so I might have to go look elsewhere. But I need to go retrieve my soul first.
Fair enough. Alright, so... Yeah, for me... I guess when it comes down to it, I would say Niv is platformers. Gate is... Oh, God. I'm trying to think what Gate has been... no, action games. I said action games. So Gate would be action games. Sky would be roguelites. And then I would
There we
end
go.
up... Nice!
All it took was dying.
And then...
Shade skips are a legitimate speedrunning strategy, don't at me. Heck.
You might need dash. Oh, right, you can just do that.
Yeah. And then for
Hanging
my
up there.
brother, I would say is Metroidvanias.
Yeah, this is not gonna work.
Yeah. Or Dark Souls, one of the two.
I think you're just stuck.
Well, not technically stuck. I mean, dying is an option.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
There we go. Do not ask me how I finagled that because I do not know.
I can make it.
Okay, sorry, Mantis Village. You didn't actually have claw, so I can't progress. Okay, bye.
Eh.
You know what would really suck if the claws with the Mantis Lords?
The logic would prevent that, I mean, there you
Okay.
can set it so some skips are required, but I did not.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
'cause-
this is totally an ordinate. No, I think the jig is up at this point. Yeah, I'm doing a
Yeah.
randomizer.
April Fools.
Oh yeah, no. Only randomizer I've ever done was in A Link to the Past randomizer because it lends itself really well to it. But it does also have anti-soft lock features, well, anti-hard lock features where, you can't have an item that is mandatory to progress in some way locked behind something that you need it to get to.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
what speedrunning, or rather randomizers, call logic. Basically,
Yeah.
if you would not logically be able to get somewhere without a certain item, you can't get there without that item. But also, some randos have a no logic set up where you can just go like, yeah, just put things wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in A Link to the Past, I don't know who here has or hasn't played that one.
I have. Yeah, Super
Yeah,
Nintendo.
the old
Beautiful
yes. It is legitimately one of the best Zelda games. If you have not played it, do so.
game. Number 1. At me if you don't agree.
At
You don't agree.
what game am I talking about, like right now? Anyway,
You're talking about the number 1 Zelda game.
oh yeah, I thought you said one as in Zelda 1.
No. I said at me if you don't agree that this is the number 1 Zelda game.
Oh
we're
no,
talking about.
I'm hard agree on that. But yeah, there are a handful of items that you absolutely need to get certain places. The funniest one is because you do half of the Skull Woods before you enter the temple proper. It's kind of in like 2 or 3 sections, and you have to get the dungeon item before you can get into its main entrance. Because there's the entire basement section that you have to fall through all the floors in the woods to get to.
Okay.
So basically, they make it so for example, none of the chests inside of that section in Skull Woods can contain the fire rod because you need it to get in there in the first place.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, my first run of it was so weird because I did not have a sword for a minute.
Oh.
I had the hammer. And that's how I was handling bosses that were not designed to be fought with the hammer.
Oh no.
Like, what's his name? The Tower of Hera
Hamburger bun?
boss.
Yeah, the hamburger.
Yeah. That thing. Try to hit that moving tail piece with the hammer from A Link to the Past.
Sounds like a miserable time.
Oh, it very much was. When I finally got the stinking thing. Like, I straight up did not get a sword upgrade when I finally got the sword at all until extremely late in the run.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda randomizers are kind of half dependent on the sword. I
Yeah.
say half because there's usually a way around it, but like they make them so much easier.
I
and
remember
oftentimes are locking game progression.
Yeah, like I said, that's why A Link to the Past is one of the easier ones to do a randomizer for, because traversal is so much more open.
Yeah.
Like, you could straight up, there's, right out of the gate, there are so many places you could just go.
Right out of the me?
Yeah, one of the funniest things I like to do is I just beeline for the ice rod.
Oh, okay.
Now that said, I think I need... No, actually, I think you need the power glove to open up the way there. I think. You might not, but... I got the gloves super early, so I managed to get all sorts of fun stuff. But because of how the randomizer worked, when I rescued the dwarf for the sword upgrade, it wasn't a sword upgrade. I think I got a bottle out of it or something.
Yep.
So we do have some contention in the chat with our choice of #1 Zelda game. Apparently, it's supposed to be Link's Awakening. Good game.
Link's Awakening
but-
was, it was good, but no, it is not a Link to the Past level. Part of that is because Link's Awakening was developed for the Game Boy, though, so its dungeons couldn't be as intricate.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to be every Zelda nerd ever for 5 seconds. Actually, it's Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Ugh. Oh, no.
Like,
That's such
okay.
a bad day.
Okay, I will give, yes, Ocarina of Time is very good. However, everything it did... There is no one Zelda game that did everything Ocarina of Time did better, but there is a Zelda game that did each individual thing Ocarina of Time did better. Like, Twilight Princess is probably the best for 3D dungeons, I'd say.
Okay.
Majora's Mask just kind of sticks with you more, but that's also because it doesn't really overstay its welcome too much.
It's got the vibes.
Yeah, no, that's definitely got that vibe there, but it... Yeah, but... I don't know what it is, but I feel like Majora's Mask doesn't feel like it aged as much as Ocarina of Time did, but that's also because this wasn't their first attempt at the 3D formula completely. They took what they learned from Ocarina of Time and basically said, so here's a side adventure. Here's a fun experiment. If Ocarina of Time had been developed in the modern day, do you think Majora's Mask would have been sold as its own game? Or would it have been a big DLC expansion to Ocarina of Time?
DLC expansion, obviously.
I legitimately don't know.
Especially
'cause I have
given
never
the,
played it, so.
Especially given Majora's Mask is quote-unquote more mature in its themes. It would have been a way for them to be like, yeah, we can make more money off of this, but also, if parents don't have to buy this for their kids, it's just something extra.
You could make that argument about literally any product that exists ever, though.
Yeah, but like at least this way they've already sold the base game.
Yeah.
They don't have to be like, well, parents might not buy this game since it's more mature. It's like, no, we already sold the base game. They bought it. We don't have to worry if they don't want to buy it again, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of reminded of, I think it was Jacob Geller did a video called Every Zelda is the Darkest Zelda. And it was largely, and it actually wound up being this big takedown of the idea that, just all, this big takedown of all those fan theories that try to make certain media seem excessively darker than it actually is for no reason other than, hey, wouldn't this be messed up if it was true?
Yeah, there's
And he talked about how his final big phrase about it in the back of it was really interesting. It boiled down to just because it's dark doesn't mean it's mature. Just because it's more visceral doesn't mean it's more interesting. All that stuff. And how the whole idea that something being darker or otherwise more quote-unquote adult doesn't inherently make it more interesting.
Agreed.
Or
look
more
at adult swim
nuanced.
cartoons.
Yeah, well, to be fair, those are all meant to be more comedies kind of thing, but it's this whole deal of...
Or gross out.
That's been a thing in both adult and kids media for a long time.
Yeah, but it's like the more
I don't
gross
know
out
who
it
here
is, the
remembers
more
Garbage
adult it
Pail
is.
Kids.
Uh-huh. I remember.
Maybe. Yep.
I will
That's-
stare at happy tree friends until the cows come home.
Yeah, that's another one.
Let's see. So how do we all feel about the Switch 2?
I'm waiting on it.
I'm excited for it.
Like, I think the hardware as presented is really cool.
Yeah, it looks
like
interesting. I
this-
hope it doesn't end up being as expensive as people are saying it is, but like, I
At the
don't
same
spend
time-
money on much stuff, so it's not too much of a personal concern. I just don't want that to become the norm.
Yeah, at the same time, Nintendo has always had an issue with always lagging behind on hardware, and I know part of that's intentional, but I kind of feel like this hardware upgrade is the shot in the arm they need.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, for this, it's kind of funny because, like, Nintendo isn't really upgrading their hardware to match the current generation so much as the current generation has just stopped having good hardware as good. Like, the hardware hasn't upgraded, you know?
Yeah, well, to
Yeah.
be fair,
Like, they've just caught up.
yeah, well, the other thing is also just, like, at this point, it's just gonna be a matter of, you know, yeah. A lot of that's also just because, you know, so long as you have those games that will only work on the biggest and baddest machines ever, consoles will always have trouble keeping up. I know there's a lot of really beefy big games that came out throughout the last couple years that people on PlayStation and stuff were having a heck of a time actually running because the console just straight up wasn't strong enough. Because you had to have, you know, this incredible PC to run this thing at even basic specs.
I mean, even then, there are
And-
just some games that are so heavily unoptimized. It doesn't matter how great your computer is. It just, the game doesn't run properly. Period.
Yeah, I've heard rumor that there are at least a few companies that do that as almost as a consumer trap tactic, where they make it so beefy and so hard on your system that they kind of force playtime out of you by virtue of, well, I went through all the trouble of installing this, I may as well get the most out of it now, and then they get to boast, you know, then they get to boast all the playtime on Steam for it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
By sheer virtue of, you know, this being a 200 gigabyte game that, you know, of course you're going to try to get the most out of it if you had to take up that much space.
Yep. Now,
I'll tell you right now, when I did my PC upgrade, I did not install Baldur's Gate again.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Oh. Okay. I see.
Yeah, I uninstalled Baldur's Gate. If we're gonna play any bit of Baldur's Gate again, I'll reinstall it, but it's just too big of a game. I've
There
done
is
my
so much
experience of it.
Yeah, the 140 gigs is a bit much.
To be fair,
I
in defense of
understand
Baldur's Gate
it's-
specifically, this
Yeah,
is a
Baldur's Gate itself, there is a lot of content. It is understandable.
Yes.
Every other freaking game, no.
It's textures. Okay, Call of Duty is so freaking big just because they gotta have all those high quality texture packs. The image
Do they,
sizes.
though?
What I'm saying is the image sizes alone is what inflate the file size itself. If you don't install those high quality texture packs, it goes from being like 150 gigs to like maybe 60. Yeah, it's
Did you soft lock
insane.
yourself again, Niv?
Little bit. I'm trying to
Alright.
figure out where I can go next. I don't have the map, so I can't really check much.
Mm.
But let's see. That's dark area.
It's a shame you don't have like
Um,
this is located over here, so you need to find your way to get over there.
oh, I do have that. I can turn it on if you want.
I mean, to make things more expedient now that we're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, let's see here.
But yeah, so
Uh,
the only contention that I'm seeing of the Nintendo Switch 2 is potential price shock and potential changes in the standard of pricing. Like Mario Kart having an MSRP recommended to be $80 isn't necessarily going to state that that's the standard for everything, and in fact it could still be less than. But the conflation of, oh, that's the digital price, so the physical is going to be $90, that's just false news. It's
we don't know that yet.
well, Nintendo's actually stated that it's not going to be that. The digital price would match the physical price. They've stated as such.
Which feels like they really want to push the physical sales.
Yeah. And I can understand the issue with it growing to much higher prices. But we also know that not every new game is going to reach that high level. And we don't know the reason why it would be $80 either. Because my thinking, like with Mario Kart, they could treat it very similar to how they treated their last Mario Kart game, where it's basically a forever game. They just added DLC after DLC after DLC. But with it being
I don't see why they
$80
wouldn't do that twice.
Right, exactly. But with it being an $80 game instead of a $70 game or a $50 game, you're basically having baked into the price free DLC updates.
Provided it is free.
Provided it is free. And we don't know if that's actually going to be the case until
we're not
maybe
sure
the
yet.
17th, when the direct is for it.
Yeah, that said, if they do what they did last time and link it to that subscription again,
I think that would be fine. And if it's not, in that you get a $50 upcharge for the bundle, I mean, a $30 savings for the game.
Oh, you mean with the bundle with the console, you mean?
Yeah, the bundle with the console. A $30 savings on the game is actually a lot more reasonable than having it be a $60 game and then saving $10.
Yeah, one of the things that said, nothing is excusing them selling the glorified tech demo at price.
No, that is... If they want to sell that at $1,
I do not
okay,
understand.
I get that. But otherwise,
I do not understand why they were like, yeah, we should sell this.
Who is going
for
to
money.
buy that? Who is going to buy that?
Reviewers, and that's about it. Anyone that's on YouTube or whatever that wants to showcase the game.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, that is definitely like an influencer streaming game. Like,
yeah.
And it feels like they were trying to do what was the name?
Astrobot?
The game, like trying to do an Astrobot, but then like charging for the tech demo.
Yeah. I mean, even Astrobot, its tech demo was free.
Exactly. It seems
yeah, like this just kind of
foolish.
feels. Yeah, like this kind of feels like something that should have just came with the console, quite frankly.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%.
It feels like they're gonna be like, huh? Why didn't this kick off like Astrobot did? And then
Because
like,
this isn't a game.
exactly.
But we put games in it. Look, see all these mini games. Shouldn't it be like Mario Party?
God, no.
Here's the thing: you already have Mario Party.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're advertising the upgraded version of Mario Party even.
Actually, what do you guys think about the upcharge to upgrade some of the games for Nintendo Switch 2?
As long as they have new content, I think that's fair. It's like the DLC for Pokemon.
Yeah,
you know?
I do notice how a lot of those special upgrades definitely seem to be, hey, we've updated the game with features that only work on the Switch 2 hardware. I kind of get it.
Yeah, like Legend of Zelda having a built-in GPS. Turn right
That
here
one
for
I
another
feel
Korra.
is less worth, say, like, I don't know how much it would be. I'm assuming $20.
Yeah, I would assume it's 20. 10 is probably would be my guess for the upgrade.
Yeah, they didn't say how much that is yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming $20 because if the games are 80, then 20 would basically be like, okay, this is how much you paid for the Switch game plus how much the Switch 2 game is.
Honestly, I would think
Not
that
how much the Switch, like the difference between them, rather.
I would think that those games would be 70, honestly. Because the original was 60.
Maybe.
Just-
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
Did
also...
they just explode?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do that. But the
Okay.
other reason I bring that up is Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's going to be a $70 game at launch. And it's very much in line with the which ones we're having an upgrade? Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Kirby, it sounds like, is only coming out in, like, August. Which, honestly, based on the fact that, like, ZA is also only coming out late, I am perfectly fine waiting until, like, July, August to get the Switch 2 in the first place.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, saving up for it. I mean, I don't expect to get it June 5th as much as I would love to get the game.
Oh yeah,
Or
no,
the
I'm
system?
definitely waiting.
If for no other reason, then there are Nintendo Switch 1 games that will have free upgrades. And they're the ones that don't have new features to them. Like Scarlet and Violet. Having a performance
I
upgrade
hope
for
they
Scarlet
make
and
those games run better.
From everything that I've heard about Scarlet and Violet, and when people put it through emulators, just a higher performance rate on a computer, on the device that it's running on, fixes so many of the lag issues.
So the whole thing was just that it was not running on good enough hardware.
Basically. This is a game I've always wanted to play.
Probably don't take this playthrough specifically as what to do then. I am playing a randomizer.
Hi, Dockside. Yeah, no, Hollow Knight's a very fun game. We've actually beaten Hollow Knight at least 3 separate times on this channel. Maybe 2. I might have completed on my other channel once.
The old dead channel that's as dead as Hallow Nest is.
Basically, yeah. I remember on this channel, I know Ark went through it and you went through it, Niv.
Yeah, I don't think I ever beat it though, but like, I did
you
play
not?
it. We didn't get that far. It was like a let's see how far I can get in 3 hours sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, would recommend this game. 10 out of 10. Well, 9 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 because frick the Path of Pain that needs to die yesterday.
Yes.
Path of Pain is suffering.
It just looks good. Started
I know,
playing
Smith.
Salt and Sanctuary last night. Ooh. Yeah, I agree. It does look good. The art style, phenomenal. Like this.
Garadel Akari.
Thank you.
Vendazu.
I also have one single pale ore that I found like 5 seconds ago, so I cannot do it again.
And another one.
Another one.
Marvelous.
Garadel Akari.
Okay, I have a stronger nail now.
Well, speaking of Marvel, did you guys hear about Emma Frost finally joining Marvel Rivals?
I heard of it,
I
yeah.
did.
And so many people are on social media just up in arms because, oh no, another pretty person.
Gee, it's
Have you
almost
read
like all
comic
of them-
books?
All of the comic characters look like that.
I know, it's so ridiculous.
They were designed
Are you
in, like, the
familiar
nin-
with the aesthetic of the genre?
They were all designed in like the 1960s or 1850s or when caveman times, right when Marvel came out. They had one figure for the female body, and they refused to adapt ever since.
It's almost like anime. One
Yeah.
facial structure, and that's it.
Yeah.
Christ.
I'll be back in a moment.
Like I do understand the desire for, like, you know, actually varied body types and female features.
Good shape.
And
I
I
get
think
it
that would be
too.
good to add.
Yeah.
I'm not adding a butt.
Oh, yeah, no. They add the butts
Emma Frost
already.
has already done that. She's already added a butt. I don't need to add a butt.
Yeah, so is Invisible Woman.
Sal
Ev-
is freaking out about Path of Pain in chat, as she should.
Yeah, Path of Pain is painful. My brother beat it.
Yeah, I mean, so did I. I can claim that I'm one of the people who has beaten Path of Pain.
Damn.
That doesn't mean I hate it any less.
I know 3 people of the 100 people that beat Path of Pain. Damn. That's like 3% of them.
I think more than 3% of people have beat Path of Pain.
Only 3 out of 100? I know 3 out of 100.
I think more than that. I think more people have beaten the Path of Pain than 100.
Ah, that can't be right. That can't be right. It's too crazy of a pain. You feel like you're gonna sound stupid. So what is Path of Pain? You know what? I'll let
It
someone
is
that
a
defeated
it is a technically optional platforming challenge that is full of spikes and very few breaks in between challenge segments.
Oh,
So you have to do a lot of very difficult platforming all at once.
oh, Path of Pain. Okay, I was not thinking that one. Path of
If you are
Radiance?
thinking perhaps of the... Are you thinking the Pantheon of Hallownest?
That's the one I was thinking everyone was talking about. Path of Pain is nothing.
Yeah, I have yet to beat the Pantheon of Hallownest. It is on my to-do list, but like... Among Us.
Sounds... yeah, the Path of Pain... If you... Welcome back. If you enjoy Metroidvania platforming parkour, then you'll enjoy the Path of Pain. It has just the right level of difficulty. But the Pantheon, that is a big boss rush thing. And I guess I now only know 2 people that have completed the Pantheon. My brother being one of them. Well, the good news is,
Yeah,
Dockside,
the
it's
Path of
optional.
Pain is an optional part of the White Palace, so... Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to do it. I love parkour and parkour challenges. Did you just respawn and throw the guy off the ledge?
He did that to himself.
He knows what he did.
I claim no
Unfortunate.
responsibility for enemy stupidity.
Wait, it's not optional? Wait, is Path of Pain not optional?
The White Palace is not optional if you want true ending. The Path of Pain is optional.
Oh, okay. Going up. You have to go. Thought it would stop in and say hello. Have a great stream and a great rest of your night. All right, Duckside. Thank you for joining. It's been a blast to have you around. Have a good night.
Alrighty. Take care.
Squeakity squeak squeak. Oh, that
What
son
is
of a
that
biscuit.
thing?
It's a bat.
Why explode?
It's Batman.
Oh.
I was about to say Jim is
Well,
gonna die there.
Okay, good to know
that
that
was
can happen.
technically on purpose because I couldn't get back up. So, trying to get back, to go back up, to go back down, to. I'm
Go
having
back
to
up.
do a lot of shenanigans because I don't have dash or claw.
So, where is Dash? Did you find it on the map?
Dash you get after. I haven't checked for dash on the map. I can check soon. Once I get out of range of enemies who are trying to kill me. That includes this guy. Okay, here should be safe. Let's see here. So, D-Dark is over there. That's not it. Let's see. Great Slash is there. Dream Nail is there. So I'm gonna have to rescue Britta at some point. That's just a key. Spirit is there.
Grab some
Art
water.
is storeroom. Okay. I apologize, this is not very interesting content.
Now, this is still content. People would look at this.
Are you kidding me? Swim is in the abyss!
Sorry, hold on. Do you need, like, swim to get into the abyss?
No, you don't. Swim is technically not required anywhere.
Oh boy.
It just makes things a little easier.
So you gotta go to the abyss to find out. Ark's domain.
That's D-Dark. I'm pretty sure I checked that already. Shriek is there. That is a key. That is King's Brand. Oh, it's in the... Okay, that's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm going to need a few things to get in there.
Oh, did you find it?
But that... I found an instance of it. There should be two. Because it is, like, there's two dashes, technically.
Yeah, Shadow Dash and non-Shadow Dash.
Yeah. So there should be another dash somewhere on the map.
Alright, I do have a question.
Okay, Claw is over there, yeah?
Tell me.
Should, for the Pokemon games that Alpha Red has created, Too Many Types and the Super Mario one, which one should I play first?
Too many tips.
I would actually say Mariomon just because that's the one that people are looking at right now. So
Okay.
if you want to hop on the hype train, then that one. Otherwise, Too Many Types.
All right, I'm gonna do the Hype Train one then first, and then I know Too Many Types 2 is gonna be coming out eventually.
Okay, so I either need to go to Hive or do an entire shenanigan over in the freaking
What do you
green
think is gonna
path.
be easier, Hive or that?
Especially without your dash.
Well, to get to Hive, I'm going to need either the tram pass Yeah, no, I just straight up need tram pass to get to Hive.
Where's Trampass?
So I would need to find a... I have no idea how to search on this thing.
I'm trying to read the legend right now.
Okay.
So what? Why is the hint say you will find progress in Green Path? Is that just the default hint?
No, you can hit trigger to be like, okay, there's some progress you can find in these areas. And it'll be like, okay, you can currently access this stuff. Like, technically, Claw and some keys are over in Crossroads, but I need the elevator pass for them.
So either way,
And
you need
there's a
some
spirit
pass.
check in the dark room, yeah. Focus
Whoa.
is all the way over there. I need Crystal Heart for that.
Now, with all these abilities in here, which one of these Hollow Knight powers would you like to have in real life?
Ooh.
Let me check something. I have 14 grubs so far. I might have an idea on how to...
I'm not
Processing is
that
better.
familiar with them realistically.
Neither am I. The only one that I
Probably-
would particularly...
Go ahead.
Just dash. Being able to suddenly go forward really fast sounds fun.
Double jump might be fun, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I don't know if this counts. No fall damage.
I'd count it. That'd be really useful. Like in real life, no fall damage.
Yeah. Just jump off of a building, land on ground, no damage at all.
You trip and fall on your own left foot, and you don't have to worry about bruising your elbows. There's no fall damage.
True. And if you're really
but would
tall,
the thing you're landing on get damaged?
Well, that's not my problem anymore.
that's true. That's true. I mean, breakable effects are still a thing inside of Hollow Knight.
Although, does this mean anything equipped to me doesn't take fall damage as well? Say if I have an egg in my back pocket, would it remain completely unblemished from my 36,000-mile fall back to Earth?
I think it depends on how you're holding it.
Okay,
Yes?
do you know how far up that is?
I haven't the foggiest fucking clue. The moon? Is it the moon? Between the moon?
I've punched myself to the moon before. We had to
You
do the
sure
math
have.
on it.
No, it's... But it's, Give me a second.
Where am I? Where am I, Sky?
Before I do anything else, I need to pick up my fucking shade.
Fair. So do you have a game plan?
Game? Plan? Look, I could survive orbital re-entry. I don't need a game plan anymore.
At 36,000 miles, it looks like you would hit, you would probably be around the range of orbital satellites.
Oh, are you
How
kidding
fun.
me?
I'm kind of guessing because I can't get anything confirmed out of this, but... And I don't feel like digging that deep to find out right now, so...
I mean, valid.
Where's the ghost, Niv?
On the other side of a locked door,
What?
which I can't get to.
How do you fix that?
I could just let it go.
What do you mean?
You know, if you love it, let it go sort of thing. Like, it's down in there. And, as you may be able to see... Oh, wait, never mind, I got it.
Oh yeah, because you got the extra long
Jeez.
sword.
Well, I lost
Did-
it anyway, but now I can get to it more easily.
About to say, did you just die to your own shadow?
Yeah, you can do that
like
and
you
lose all of
haven't
your money
done
in the
that.
process.
I've done that
Okay.
so many times.
I've gotten scared by my shadow, but I don't think I've ever lost my shadow.
Honestly, I would be having a much easier time if I could focus, but I decided to include that in the randomization pool, so I have not been able to heal. Because I am what people call a big fool.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's why the link to the past randomizers that I've done before, you absolutely do start with the base sword and shield, but at least I think.
Gigi?
Actually, no, I don't think we do. That's... Oh, yeah, that's right, because I had the hammer. Duh. But yeah.
Why do you go on that roundabout way to get down there when it feels like you just went on a circle?
The thing is, I can't actually jump high enough to get back up through the thing I just fell through. So I have to go back around to get back up.
Ah.
Like, if I go down there, I can't get back up. So...
Ah, fair. That was an accident. Gotcha.
Yep. Okay, I got my soul back. I lost my money, but that's fine. The randomizer just gives you so much money anyway. Like, not that big of a deal. Anyway, let me show you what I mean by I can't get back up.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to know the weirdest thing I've ever seen that got a randomizer?
What?
The Binding of Isaac.
Okay.
What? It's already a randomizer.
Yes, now consolidate all the item and boss pools and everything and just put it all into one thing.
Oh,
That's just compressed, not a randomizer.
True. All
like the
levels
devil
on one
deals and the room things.
Yeah, or you could just, or your first boss could be Satan, yeah.
As you do.
That's a bit much.
I mean, yeah.
Welcome to the Isaac community. We are insane.
And this
Yeah,
is
you guys
why
have
I
been
say
waiting
you
for a
roguelites.
sequel for like 5 million years.
Well,
That's nothing.
well, Macmillan doesn't really do sequels.
I did hear he's releasing a new game soon.
Yes, Mugenics. He's been working on it for quite a few years.
New game is not the same as a sequel.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think the only direct sequel, the closest thing to a direct sequel he ever made was all the updates to Isaac. And I think there was a Super Meat Boy too. But other than that, he doesn't prefer to do them.
Which is fair.
Like, honestly, good for him.
Oh, these things look like a pain in the ass to fight.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm just avoiding them instead of actually
World of
going
Goo
after
2,
them.
Edmund Macmillan didn't make World of Goo.
I don't have enough geo for that because of course I don't.
Didn't he? No.
What do I expect after I frickin' die?
Sky's the binding of Isaac person, so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. World of Goo is a completely separate group of developers.
You know, speaking of goo, I've been seeing on my YouTube feed a gameplay trailer of Slime Simulator, where you're basically living, you're going around as a slime, and then you can like consume different beverages that will cause different effects to occur. Like, you drink energy drink and you become electrified, and you can power things or stuff like that. And you can
I've
split
heard of this
yourself
anime.
in pieces. That's not an anime. That's the fun bit.
I know, I'm just saying it. I'm just making a joke.
Yeah.
The time I got murdered by a truck and then resurrected as a slime in another world.
Oh man.
You know what? Hold on. You know what they gotta do an anime of?
What?
That time I went to jail for sending someone to an isekai world by running them over my truck.
That's probably a thing. Light novels are getting increasingly self-referential, and it's honestly kind of stupid.
There's being
Now, the
meta
dumbest-
and there's being too meta.
Yeah. The dumbest one I've seen so far is still reincarnated as a vending machine.
I've seen that one. I actually went through and watched it.
How was it?
Okay. Holy shit. Imagine, if you will, being a vending machine in another world. I think there's the whole first episode is just them like reacting like, oh fuck, I'm a vending machine in another world. Now, this main character's got a bit of an obsession with vending machines. So at first he's like, oh hell yeah. But here's the problem. There's just like no one to buy out the vending machine. Then he has like, you know, the isekai thing with like the stats and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's got to allocate stat points, so he can.
He's got to
actually do
allocate
shit.
stat points so people will buy his stuff out of the vending machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing like stopping for anyone from putting money into the vending machine. That's just like a default thing. It somehow converts the currency from medieval fantasy coins to yen or something.
But why would he spend the money? Like how can a vending machine spend money?
On stat allocation. So he's actually able to do stuff. I think one of the abilities is turning into other vending machines that he's seen in the original world. I don't know how. I haven't watched it in a while. They somehow figure out the vending machine is sentient. And then it's because, what was it? They've got like set lines. They can't actually talk at all, but they've got like set lines they're able to say. You know, like when they buy.
Thank you for your purchase or whatever.
Exactly, like thank you for your purchase and other such things. So they have to finagle their way into actually being able to talk to people.
How does he move?
Someone carries
the
him.
best part. So, one of the female protagonists is apparently absurdly strong and just carries him around.
As you do.
As you do.
Convenient.
That's what a vending machine is all about. Convenience.
Yeah, and when he
Oh, no.
unlocks the ability to turn into other vending machines. He turns into a balloon vending machine, and then turns into a cardboard vending machine to make himself go up. And then he turns back into a regular one to just like slam down on a monster at some point.
All right, Chad has a very disturbing question. Is there a love interest?
I just said
Yeah.
the woman carrying him around apparently.
I missed that. Okay.
I don't know why, but apparently gained an infatuation with this vending machine from another world.
I don't want to know what that says about her sexual preferences, so I'm just going to
Square.
I'm going to take that question and put it in a box, and we're not going to open the box.
We're gonna put it
That's
in
fine.
the marinara trench.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
There's your GM squad deep cut for you.
yeah, like it is like one of them just goofy ass animes. I did enjoy watching it.
Yeah, a lot of those I'm reincarnated as insert weird object or thing here. I enjoy those kinds of things just because of the alternate perspective of how the author's going to get around certain things.
Look, I appreciate the sheer absurd amount of creativity coming out of the protagonist since they're a vending machine and have to figure out how to fight monsters like that.
All right, I'm gonna start looking at weird isekai names. Okay. Let's see. There's vending machine right there.
Yeah.
There he is.
There's that's having a reincarnated as a slime.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one's a basic one. I think that's like one of the first
Base-
ones.
Basic bitch reincarnated as a thing anime.
Yeah, well, when I say basic,
I've-
I mean
I've
classic.
heard of this one. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attack?
Oh Christ.
That's a new one.
Okay, so short version, this is a series where this, standard isekai pro tag teen gets reincarnated into an isekai world, but his mom also comes with him, and mom is the OP one.
Okay.
Good for her.
In Another World with my smartphone. I'm familiar with that one. I've heard it's awful. There's so many of these that are just, I have max level of this extremely specific mundane skill, and now I'm overpowered for dumb reasons kind of thing.
There's
This
one
one's just called
series-
Heat the Pig Liver, and I don't want to know more.
I want to know more. I'm gonna Google this.
So, in the meantime, Sal wants to know if the mom one has incest.
I am not going to look into that. I hope not.
So
Okay, so-
the Mother's Basement YouTube channel has confirmed it apparently goes in that direction.
Fantastic.
Because let's just make it gross. It was a funny concept, but let's make it gross.
I mean, on one hand, I don't know if the Japanese standards for that sort of thing are different than ours, and it feels unfair to.
It's another one of those, I'm willing to bet it's one of those, step family kind of things. That's pretty common when you get that trope.
Well, I just got Vengeful Spirit, so that's good.
Yeah?
I've seen a really goofy one. I gotta figure out.
There's one that's not
Oh.
so goofy that I actually have been enjoying reading lately called I Killed the Main Player. So, effectively, what this story is about is two people are isekai. One is reincarnated as the main character of that video game world, and the other is reincarnated as a low-tier character of that game world. And the very first chapter, they've gone through their entire campaign of the game, but the non-main character guy ended up finding out that there was something weird with the main character. And all the playable female characters were just gone. And it turned out that the main character had killed them all. And turned out that the main character fell in love with the other guy. And the other guy didn't swing that way. And so he was going to be held as a trophy. The main character died, which then led to the other guy to die in the pocket space, the pocket dimension, whatever. And they started over again. This time, the 5-star guy, still retaining all his memories, while the main character didn't, ended up killing the main character. And now the 5-star guy is the main character of the story.
Okay. Anyway, the hero and his elf bride open a pizza parlor in another world.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Now that's a
Here's
story
a
right
good one.
there.
The hot-blooded fighting teen and his epic adventures after stopping a truck with his bare hands.
Oh,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Truck could not get me this time.
All right, let's see what Game Rant has to say about... I did not need that thumbnail. Okay.
What?
Don't worry about it. Reincarnated as a sword.
Oh, yeah, that
Okay.
one.
My one-hit kill sister.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Drugstore in another world. The slow life of a cheat pharmacist.
I have seen
Okay.
memes of that one.
I shall survive using potions.
Oh wait. Hold on.
I mean, that's not so weird. That's like challenge run.
Yeah.
Using potions, anime. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. I tried watching that one, but like, it seemed kind of setup-y. Like,
A lot of them are like this.
22
sorry,
Geo.
I am an angel and I have accidentally obliterated you with my magical attack. Please accept going to another world. And then there's just like 5 minutes of exposition. Like, I kind of got turned off from it.
Cautious hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious.
Yeah.
Quite literally, guy just will not fight anything unless he has been given, like, Batman levels
Well,
of
I can
repair
swim
time,
in
no
acid
matter the
now.
situation.
Hell yeah.
Time
Oh,
to
let me
do
open the
acid.
Spirit's Glade as well. I don't know how far in there I can get, but I may as well open it. Okay.
Can you swing a dream blade?
I do not have Dream Nail yet.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else particularly aggressively strange. Hang on. What's the one about... Hang on.
I'm a noble
All
on
right.
the brink of ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic. Oh, I guess that's not technically an isekai, is it? I don't think so.
I don't think it's inherently isekai, but... Do I
Okay,
spend
this-
56 Geo to get 30 Geo? No.
That's ridiculous.
So, a couple of these are very obviously more adult-oriented. We can skip that one.
Probably.
Do tell.
Uh,
No.
You know what? Hey, no. Oh, no, there's another one.
Another adult one?
Yeah, skipping over a few of these. No. This isn't actually all that weird.
My instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands a chance against me.
No kidding.
I have the superpower of murder.
Yeah, that one seems like really, really fucking boring.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
One
in
Punch
fairness,
Man.
isn't that basically what One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, but One Punch Man knows how to make it funny.
Yeah, well, we don't know how that one's
This
gonna
one's like straight up trying to play it straight. Just stupid. Right. I remember like seeing on social media like them saying, "Oh yeah, this guy can beat Goku." It's like, does it fucking matter? It's some boring ass protagonist with an instant death ability.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care if they can beat Goku. Are they a more interesting character than Goku? Because 9 times out of 10, they're not.
I could guarantee Goku would still beat them. I don't give a fuck.
Oh no. Oh no, Niv.
The weakest tamer began a journey to pick up trash.
Wait, do you have double jump?
Why are so many
No.
of these titles so horny?
Anti-gravity
What? Okay,
amulet is just
tell me
very
one of
good
them,
if
I'm
I'm
concerned.
careful about it.
I'll start with a
Oh.
tame one. I was reincarnated as a hot spring in an alternate world, and I'm way too effective. This goes exactly where you think it will.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh no. Oh no.
Can someone get the spray bottle?
I think I've heard of that manga. They made an anime adaptation?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they did.
Where is the funny
Okay.
one? Where is the
In
funny
comparison to the vending machine, I think I prefer the vending machine over the pervert hot spring one. What the fuck? I'm an inanimate object in another world. I think the one I would want to be the least is a fucking hot spring.
Have
If
you
were
been to a public
reincarnated
pool?
into a fantasy world as a random ass object, what would you want to
Alright.
be?
This is still the dumbest title for one of these weird fantasy light novel things ever.
What?
What?
Hello, I am the hero's father. I am sorry for the trouble my stupid son has caused. I am going on a journey to beat up my son, who has abandoned his childhood
I remember
fiancée
that one.
and is doing whatever he wants out there. Apparently, it's not very good.
Really? I enjoyed it. It's just
Yeah, apparently
stupid.
that was a growing trend with a lot of these fantasy isekai. Is
super long
just-
title.
well, it's not just that, but you also have like your standard. You play the JRPG hero straight of just going into people's houses and taking stuff and just being this like very strange. Just all this very strange behavior, and then just deciding to lampshade and just make fun of it. Apparently, that was just a whole thing that the entire industry was on for like a few months.
Yeah, I think as far as like an inanimate object to be transported into a medieval fantasy world, as I would want to be some kind of weapon, maybe a knife. I could be a knife. I could start someone's tiny knife run in another
You know what?
world.
If you were reincarnated as a random object in another world, what would you be and what would your title be?
Party the protagonist's adventure in the tiny knife run in another world.
Oh man, inanimate object.
You were sentient the whole time.
Man. I guess it would depend on what I would like to do in that world.
I will say, it's probably not like limited to like items that would appear in the fantasy world. If you want to be inexplicably a laptop in another world,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you.
some guy was a vending machine. What the hell?
Yeah? Hmm. You know what? The funniest idea that keeps coming to my mind: a
Mhm.
tavern.
Just a whole tavern?
Yeah.
I
My
mean-
life as a tavern. Get all the stories from every adventurer that stops by, and any time that they are recovered health from the tavern itself, due to the resting there or having the food to be satisfactory, they end up gaining level points and becoming a bigger tavern
Your
until they
entire
just become a
plot-
whole city.
Yeah, your entire plot is not being foreclosed on by the mayor because no one can figure out who owns the tavern.
Yeah.
Just this enigmatic person they've never met with your name. It's like, who is that? Where are they? Do they exist?
So I need to
Um,
figure out how to gain an employee first.
Oh,
Yeah, it's something to think about, isn't it? And
Okay,
What
I've got a
about-
really evil one.
I'm
Okay.
listening.
Reincarnated as the villainess's rigged D20.
The villainouses specifically.
Yeah, that's a whole other genre.
That is.
That's a whole other subgenre.
I have seen so many of those. One of them that's caught my attention is reincarnating as the villainous's husband or something like that, where basically at the end, on one of the endings, the villainous ends up getting cast out and married to a pervy, ugly person, and that turns out to be the person that you reincarnated as.
Oh my god.
No, I've seen another one where this one was apparently reasonably well received. It was somebody who got reincarnated as the antagonist of their favorite romance visual novel.
Yes, and they try to avoid any
Yeah.
death flags.
Yeah, because they know the different ways that you can kill the antagonist because they played the game way too much.
And then they befriend, like, everyone. Huh?
Yes.
Oh,
Otter!
Keeping Otter just joined with a bunch of people.
Ah, that's what your red
Hey!
sound is.
Hello.
That is, I suppose that's one way of getting everyone's attention.
You're just in time for the isekai chatter.
Yeah!
So, Nib, what animate object?
How you doing, Pat? Pat and
what
Otter
inanimate
Raid.
object would I be? I am going to give a very randomly specific answer of a pencil
A pencil?
Okay.
or like a pen. So I would be able to write on paper, theoretically.
Okay, but can you move on your own?
I assume if I'm animate, I can at least control bits of myself. You know?
My
Or
life
do you
as a
possess
notebook.
people that hold you?
Or even just their arm.
Oh yeah, we can go full parasite with this.
True.
That
How was
would
your
be
stream,
pretty-
guys? Sorry.
That's right. Say hello to our totally normal Hollow Knight playthrough.
Yeah, I'm just wandering around Queen's Gardens, no big deal.
Yeah, you can
Completely
even
ordinary.
unlock this in-game officially. You just weren't good at the game enough to get a cute little cat skin. But Niv, Pro Hornet, Pro
Hornet.
Pro Hornet player.
I am pro
Did-
Hornet. I am looking forward to Silk Song. I hope it comes out soon.
I hear it's
Hell yeah.
2025.
That's one way to get up on that platform. Oh, lightning bugs. I get it.
Niv is very pro Hornet. But you know, yeah, let's throw it at the chat as well. If you were reincarnated in a medieval fantasy world, what inanimate object would you like to be? So far, we've answered a tavern, a knife, a D20 that's rigged, and a pencil.
Ooh, Call of Duty Zombies is pretty. Sounds pretty good. First Easter egg attempt. Nice. Should I try to do computer building stream tomorrow? If you want.
Fun?
Also, Gabe,
Oh god.
you gotta talk
Yes.
into the mic. Remember.
That's hopefully your attempts to build your new PC goes better than mine, because I had to redo my heatsink 3 times.
Ooh.
Yeah, magic staff could be fun. Just like have a wizard casting spells at you.
Okay, but what about that trope of the magic staff that's obviously alive and talking?
That's just a magic sentient weapon, right?
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that like isn't that part of if you were reincarnated as a thing, you could decide that's what your part of the deal?
Yeah, you could.
Imagine deciding
Like
to
if you
not
go,
be a
I'm gonna be
sentient object.
reincarnated. I'm gonna be reincarnated as a staff that can speak, and they're like, that's not the rules, and you're like, you're turning me into an inanimate object, I'm making the damn rules.
But yeah, magic staff. How are you gonna stop a magic staff from talking? They got magic in them.
Okay, but you can only bleep in Morse code, which means you have to somehow manage to teach all these fantasy peasants Morse code.
And yourself, Morse code as well.
Presumably you already know it.
Yeah, okay. The plot is you used to work in the military and you learn Morse code. And you were a Morse code interpreter, so now you can only speak in Morse code as this inanimate object.
I was a military veteran until I got hit by a truck and became a magic staff in another world, coming in 2006.
Get 2006.
Okay.
I apparently
need to
rated
branch
my own
out from
stream.
that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Good job.
Send them. Yeah, you know what? Just send them to us. We need that. We just keep sending them back to us.
Well, by that I mean I was in Otters and then got raided.
Good job.
But yeah, no, everyone else. Well, what inanimate object would you want to be if you were reincarnated into a medieval fantasy world? Has to be an object.
Suggesting, what if a radio? That could help with actually talking to people.
True.
Interesting.
You'd only be able to communicate in whatever signals that are broadcasting, though. Kind of like Bumblebee did from Transformers.
Go ahead and provided you can even pick up any in another world.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Oh no. Oh no. What if you're the cell phone in that one anime in another world?
Reincarnated with my smartphone, but my friend was also reincarnated as my smartphone.
Oh, God.
He's not happy about it and tells me to stop touching his buttons.
A triangle, the instrument? That's an interesting idea. That time I was
See, I'm trying-
reincarnated as a triangle.
I'm trying not to get too obscure here, because if we just get that obtuse, we're going to be stretching to figure out, like, how this would actually work.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, let's go obscure. Why not?
It's called magic, Sky. I mean, you got people turning into swords or vending machines.
mm,
Oh no. That time I reincarnated as a punchy pit in another world.
I remember, I remember seeing one where it's like, that time I reincarnated as a virus. Just,
What?
yeah, they were a literal bacterial virus. And the way that they advance through the story is by possessing, infecting people effectively. And they can
Cool.
gain control like a parasite.
okay, that's lovely.
Oh god. Quality assurance in another world. That one was actually pretty good.
Someone will ring you in their armies. That's fair.
Reincarnated as a snowman in another world. I have to defeat the demon lord before I melt.
Holy shit.
Go by the name Frosty. Frosty, the anime protagonist. What's a happy
What
and
about
jolly
Texas
soul?
Instruments calculator?
Frosty is snow mad about this.
Ah.
Oh god. There's a fun isekai title called "No Longer Allowed in Another World."
I saw that one.
Got banished.
Well, here's the fun bit: the protagonist actually just kicks other isekai protagonists out of the world.
Oh yeah.
She's the freaking bouncer.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've actually seen some of them where they were meta to the level of I've been reincarnated so many times into so many different worlds that I've just become overpowered.
So I know we did our isekai thing once before with the D&D, but I do have another game that has straight up a player race option called Dimensional Stray,
Oh.
where you're literally an isekai person from like the real world. And you get to take one weird mundane thing with you.
Is this Pathfinder?
It's Break.
Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gate. I think we looked at the book together at one point.
I would like to say one interesting concept that we have come up with here that I would love to try at some point is
Yeah, that's not happening.
blind players. The GM gives the character sheets, and the players have to figure out who they are over time.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that would be fun.
as they. Oh yeah, that's right. And they fill out the sheet as they discover things.
Yeah.
Like you don't. Yeah, I think we talked about this before. Like you don't know what your skill in something is until you try to roll it.
What would be the most that we would know of the character?
You could look at yourself, obviously.
Right. But we wouldn't know our names. We wouldn't know
No,
our
we
class.
Wouldn't know your class. You wouldn't know your skills, and you wouldn't know your stats really. But I think like the player like race, ancestry, whatever the game calls it, that would be known because you can look at yourself.
Yeah, and a mirror, if not a mirror, the reflection of a water pond or something like that.
Yeah, anything. It's gonna be
Or
or
your
just
friends just tell you.
yeah. Yeah, or you notice, you're really short. Everyone's looking,
Tall.
yeah.
It's like, man, you all are giants! That would be fun. I think that would be fun. Problem's gonna be set up for the GM, whoever ends up running it.
Yeah.
What we could do is, to make it a little easier on the GM, is either like the GM asks like however many players there are unrelated people to put together some character sheets, or we each
Ooh.
make a character sheet, give it to the GM, and they like pass it out to a different person.
Oh, that's another idea. We could each also do the rolls, the 3 sets of rolls, or whatever, and the GM just distributes those to the 3 player characters as they see fit.
No, it should be clarified. That's a homebrew thing we do.
No, it's not.
The rolls, yes.
No,
The
we
3
do.
sets.
Oh, well, there's 3 characters, Kate.
No, okay, that's what you meant. All right.
Yeah, no. The whole thing about rolling 3 sets of stats and picking the one you like, that is just my personal thing. Yeah, that's not like in the rules.
Yeah. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is
usually you're just stuck with what you get, but
Yeah. What I'm more getting at is we'll have 3 people, 3 roles, 3 characters, but all 3 roles are conglomerated, and the DM can pick and choose where to distribute those numbers.
I feel like it'd be easier just to roll random the first time and just keep whatever's there, and then just dole it out as they figure it out.
That's fair.
Okay.
What
so
system do you
I'm
think would be
there.
easier to appropriate for this idea?
It would have to be something
Let
that
me just double check.
that we know enough, but also has enough things to actually discover.
So we're thinking
Righty.
D&D, Mutants and Masterminds, Pathfinder.
Something in that. Yeah, something in that
I'm just
range.
trying to. I'm just imagining the absolute hilarity of doing this in a 5 Rings game.
Oh, good lord.
Oh God.
no.
Oh, yeah. No way in hell you know what clan you're from.
I mean, we
wearing
just gotta look at our
orange. That could
clothes.
mean. I'm wearing
That's-
black. That could mean literally anything. Oh God, send help.
Yeah, no, you could all just be in standard drab stuff.
We're just peasants. We're not even we're not even high up.
How do you know?
Because of our clothes.
I don't have a sword, so surely I'm a peasant.
Yeah, exactly. What's my profession? Maybe farmer. Could be a merchant. Who knows?
Maybe and then it turns out you're a Shugenja.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, you wouldn't know anything. I would have so much fun with this.
Oh no.
I don't tell you what your honor is either. It's like, by the way, you have just lost 6 honor because that is your paramount virtue.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
And then
You
you're just
suddenly
like, oh
feel
shoot.
You suddenly
Is this
feel
because of
extremely
my
guilty.
clan, or do I have an abnormal one? Like, am I an intense lion loyalist who thinks like battle honor is the most important thing, or is this just like, oh God, what's happening?
Why are we losing our otters? Oh, that's a good question. Oh wait, what? What? Oh, you got the feathers?
I got the blue moth wings, which is a charm that lets me jump in the air as long as I have geo to spend.
Oh, that's huge.
Double expensive double jump.
So otter. We're not losing our otters. It's our honors. You got to put an H at the beginning of otter.
You know, like Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's that.
Yeah.
My honor.
My otter.
Uh-oh. Brace yourself.
Don't worry. Sal redeemed it once already.
Oh, okay, then we're good then.
Did the pipe hit?
Yeah. Yeah. It hit a while ago. There's a 10-hour recharge. The word otter doesn't start with H, stupid.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. Also, you right, otter. It doesn't start with an H. Hello, planet Auras. How are you? Aurora. You went AFK and are now here? Yes, indeed. We are doing a totally ordinary run of Hollow Knight.
Totally.
Yeah, this completely ordinary playthrough of Hollow Knight, as you can see by me double jumping repeatedly. I'm not sure if I like the implications with how much random creepy monsters make their home inside of the waterways.
Well, that's where the Dung Defender lives.
Yeah, but like, still.
Look, there's a lot of shit down there, alright? It's terrifying.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. You just watch a half-finished version of the Minecraft movie? Really? What'd you think of it?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Apparently, some theaters have been getting the unfinished versions of the movie instead of the actual final one.
How do
What?
you screw that up?
All the more reason to not go on launch night.
Movies should not have bugs.
Well, okay, this movie needs a patch, just like Minecraft seems to constantly need.
Now we pirated it and it was the half-finished version. Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
No, I don't want 15 Geo for 75 Geo. Damn it,
Why not?
Cornifer.
Why not? That sounds like a great deal.
Wish they would patch Minecraft to not be boring. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that's what mods are called, patches these days, right?
Yeah, there's Grimchild. There's my son.
Grimchild?
Yeah.
You'll see.
Ah, yes, Grimchild, I remember.
Let me see if exiting the room and re-entering it causes that. Wait, no, you need Grimchild with you in order for that to.
Only half joking now,
that
where before it was
specific
completely
check.
serious. That's fair. Yeah, I remember you were the #1 Minecraft hater, Otter. It had unfinished textures, and the villagers sometimes had human heads. Oh, that's terrifying, actually.
I imagine that's probably a result of how they. You know, that does imply that the villagers were either mocapped or like later edited.
Could be both.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty easy to put a CGI 3D head over a standard human head.
There's Grimchild. Let's see here. 2 other charms.
Probably still am at least top 5 haters. Fair. Got moved up on your
let's
most hated games list, so it's not in the top 2 like it used to be. Okay.
Oh my god, this mod has a skin for Grimchild. Okay.
Huh?
It's an egg. Minecraft is boring if you aren't imaginative.
I can see that, yeah.
Minecraft is boring if you're just grinding.
Yeah, I tend to make very basic things. Or very predictable things, like when I had that, you know, bat-filled library because I'm me. I named them all and everything.
Wait, Outlast is now in your top 2 most hated games, Otter? Wow. The bodies are controlled by humans, and they CGI'd the heads. That's interesting. You know, I mean, it's always...
That's pretty normal, though.
Yeah. It's always kind of interesting to think about how the movie magic ends up ultimately working. Minecraft is not boring if you play it right. You're making FNAF 1 in it. That's
How the
that's
hell?
kind of crazy. Well, people have made Google work in Minecraft and functioning computers.
So I've heard.
Used to really like creative, but you also like making farms for grinding resources in Minecraft. I just don't like grinding resources in general.
I might be able to get Bretta now that I have
I should rephrase. I don't like grinding resources where it doesn't feel like I'm not playing a game. So, like, if I'm punching a tree constantly, it becomes really boring. Or if I'm clicking on the farm itself constantly and having to go over to it and grab the resources, and it's just like, is that it? That's boring to me. But if I have to get the resources from enemies by going to the enemies and mowing them down, that's fun. That I find enjoyable. Command blocks are really useful. Yes, but only if you have creative.
Cyclones.
Plenty creative. Your entire job is being creative and solving puzzles, basically. True.
I really wish there were a search feature on this thing, because I'm trying to figure out where Tram Pass is.
Redstone command blocks, data packs, texture packs, etc. Yeah, trying to figure out how to add like mods without it being modded is insane in Minecraft, and all that comes down to is like redstone production and knowing how to on-off switch works. Minecraft would hit you better if someone was threatening to fire you for not playing it right. That would be...
Seems very aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit. The threat of you losing everything if you can't play Minecraft properly. But that's the beauty of Minecraft. There is no proper...
Wait, what are you getting fired from?
Things that
Yeah,
look
that
modded, but
is
it's
the
vanilla.
other
Okay.
question.
That's what you need. Huh. I feel like... I honestly, legitimately think that if you start delving into a lot of the mod packs and stuff with Minecraft that convert some of the gameplay stuff of Minecraft to other genres of games, would probably feel less boring. Honestly. But at the same time, now you're changing the game.
Yeah, at the same time, if you need to change the entire game to be able to want to play it, like, something has gone wrong there.
Yeah.
That's the shopkeeper's
Now,
key.
I can understand if you don't have a lot of money and you can't spend it on new games. Doing that on Minecraft is probably the easiest method. Like, you want to play Pokemon? Get Cobblemon. If you want to play FNAF, there are mods that will convert some of the characters or add the horror monsters in there. You want to play what other genres can I think of? A dating sim? I'm sure there's a mod out there to convert Minecraft into a dating sim. Fired from playing Minecraft. That'd be... Yeah. Oh, fired from life. Oh, no. Don't want to do first-time modded? Oh, that's fair. No, that is completely fair. Play the game as it's intended to be played the first time through. I agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly. And if you enjoy it enough to try and attempt it at different types, then go ahead. Do it. I mean, look at our totally not... totally ordinary play of Hollow Knight right now. Great example of that.
Yeah, where I am rapidly trying to figure out where the hell the freaking... You know what? I'm just gonna pick an area I can currently get to. Sure, we'll go back to Green Path, I guess, maybe.
True, you could use command blocks to make a dating sim. That is true.
Peaks.
Right now, you are on the warpath in the game because all your villagers and even your landlord golem disappeared. The fuck? I think the neighboring village has something to do with it. They have a massive dungeon below, and they don't seem to care that the neighboring village is gone. Well, that's creepy. If Minecraft wasn't already a sandbox. Yeah. I do like the concept of joining a village and treating the village houses as if you're like renting a house there, like Animal Crossing. That's just amusing to me, Otter. Had rent ready for Golem, 2 iron nuggets. Came back and everyone was gone. That is weird. They either despawned, which would be strange, or got attacked by monsters in the night. Those are my 2 theories. The third theory, actually, no, now I'm thinking about it. The third theory is they wandered off. What about you guys? What do you think happened to the villagers?
Oh goodness, I'm not 100% sure. I'm
gonna say attack during
come
the
up
night
with
because
something.
if they usually go to bed at night, so
Huh. Maybe they all conspired together, and they said, we are going to make our way away from everything here. Otter is now the mayor of this village. And it'll be that time I got reincarnated as a Minecraft mayor.
mildly concerning premise, but I suppose it's not too unreasonable a thing to happen. Heck.
Our whole village is despawned for no reason. That is true. That is true, Planet. Pretty sure that they either left because they didn't want to be around me, but was too scared of me, or more likely, the neighboring village kidnapped everyone and tossed them into their dungeon. That's a very likely scenario too. That is true. That is true. Are you still trying to get the dash ability?
I know where it is, but I can't access it right now because I need something else to be able to access it. So I'm trying to find the thing that will let me access it, which I do not have the patience to scroll over every little tiny thing on the map to figure out.
And there's no
Where go.
easy search function for the thing.
Not that I am aware of.
That sucks. You like the drippy drugs you found on there? Oh god, those are dangerous. Be very careful with them.
Heck.
He read you like a book.
He did. And now I can't double jump, so I have to go and kill some stuff.
It's just water dripping off rocks. You're not a witch? I mean... Okay. The water dripping off the rocks is not what I'm saying to be careful of. It's the dripstone itself that can... If it falls on you from a height, it does damage. Yeah, if you land on them or they land on you, they can hurt or kill you. Exactly. Exactly what Planet said. So at what point do you want to wrap this up, Niv?
When would be a good time?
Whenever you're comfortable doing so.
We got about 10 minutes left.
Then I'm good to wrap up in like 10 minutes. We
right.
can do this another time, or we can just
Redo the randomizer.
figure something else out. Yeah.
I know you won't be here next week.
Yeah.
Will you be back the week after?
Should be. I mean, unless I'm doing stuff for Easter.
Okay.
No, wait, Easter's the week after that, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't been paying that close attention to the calendar. I'll look it up. Easter 2025. What? Yatsumugi Raid! Hey! How you do?
The tail end of our stream. Let's go. What better place to do it? Because then now we can gather you all up like a large ball of chatters as we throw you to another person immediately after. The disorientation
as
is what
you do.
content is for.
Yep. Y'all got here just to show up for 5 minutes.
I am. Oh boy!
Welcome, welcome.
I'm just in time for the end of school.
How you doing, Snacker?
Yeah, so your first lesson, do your homework.
Second lesson, eat toast while running.
Third lesson, avoid Truck Coon unless you want to be reborn as a vending machine.
That actually just sounds like a threat.
Look both ways.
Look. Yeah, all isekai stories are basically themed around traffic safety, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is some people
God, that just got
do want
clipped.
to go to another world, so like
Unfortunate. You become vending machine.
Another lesson, always run with... No.
We do
Oh,
not
no,
advise
speaking of-
that.
Speaking of the vending machine anime, he didn't get hit by a truck. He was driving the truck full of vending machines and went off a cliff.
Sure. You know what? That breaks the mold a little bit.
this seems like a good place to close off.
Well, I'm going to start sending everyone to George 2D, who's playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. Say hello to
All right,
him and give him some love as another rabbit raid goes that way. Let me see about modifying my end stream here. Let me go and share, not share.
Are you kidding me? I was going the correct direction. I just died trying to get there. Ah!
Yeah. Hollow Knight. Oops, I did not have Hollow Knight there. And
Good job.
then is what it is. Is what it is. So, any final words before we all head off?
I think we're good.
Don't become a vending machine in another world.
If you're going to retrieve your soul and you have no way to recover your health, please be more careful.
In another world.
In another world. Have fun, everyone.
Take care, y'all.
See you later.